What's going on, everybody? Listen, this great awakening is happening on the planet. You can't stop it. There's nothing that we can do to stop this thing from happening, okay? This great awakening that people are talking about appears to be happening as a part of a natural process, a natural part of the process of human evolution, right? And if you have never heard about this great awakening, it's unimportant. You don't have to hear about it in the same way you don't have to hear about gravity for gravity to happen. You see what I'm saying? This is what I mean when I'm saying that it's part of a natural process. This great awakening is happening like gravity is happening. There's nothing you can do to change it, right? There's nothing we can do to stop it. And you've heard about this great awakening. It's been expressed in many different languages, in many different ways, right? Like, for example, even modern day, the modern Christian that believes in the end times prophecy, right? The end times prophecy entails the destruction of an old world, of an old system, right? And before this destruction of the world takes place, there is what is called the rapture. And then after the rapture, the people that are raptured, they're taken to this new world, a new world of heaven on earth, 1,000-year reign, a golden age, right? This is what we're talking about here. Not everyone is going to make it to that new world. Not in this lifetime, right? But we're beginning to understand that everyone will eventually make it because we're beginning to understand the afterlife or the spirit realm in ways that previously we were just blind to, right? There has been a veil, you could say, that has been lifted, right? And with Christians, though, the end times also entails this coming of a Messiah figure, right? But it's already happened. The Messiah is already here. We're just waiting on you. It's you. We need you to wake up. We need you to wake up and understand the Messiah. This has already happened. Why do you think that the census is happening in 2020? The same way that they were running the census shortly after Jesus was born. It's because the Messiah has returned. You know how they say that the Buddha wasn't a Buddhist and Jesus wasn't a Christian? Whatever they were, it was beyond the religion. You see? And I am that. Beyond that. Now, there are other people that describe this great awakening. They describe it like another dimension. They call it the fifth dimension, 5D, right? And in this way, you can envision two Earths sitting side by side in space. One Earth is the 3D, the other Earth is the 5D. The 3D Earth is based around a system of toxicity, of negativity, of fear. This is a world where you turn on the news or social media and you might as well be pouring raw sewage all over your optical nervous system. That's what that 3D world is. The 5D world, the fifth dimensional world, where people are already there today. People are already living in the fifth dimension, myself included. In the fifth dimension, it's a totally new world of heaven on earth. This is complete harmony between man and the environment. You see? And everything just flows naturally. There's no sense of competition. There are no wars. There is no ego. Other people describe this great awakening in astrological terms. They say that right now we're being ushered out of the age of Pisces and into the age of Aquarius. A golden age, an age of enlightenment. As above, so below. As within, so without. This is a complete union, a complete harmony between man and the divine, man and the entire cosmos, the entire universe, right? It's becoming like one, like the spirit realm has been dropped down onto the physical realm, right? And there's this strange thing that's happening, heaven on earth. There have been people all throughout human history that have held this vision of heaven on earth, like Jesus, who says the kingdom is at hand, the kingdom is near, the kingdom is now, the kingdom is within, right? But in the past, these people have been few and far between. And what we're talking about with the Great Awakening, what's new about the Great Awakening is that we are experiencing more and more people alive today, that are holding this same vision, more so than any other time on the planet, right? We're reaching like a critical mass that has caused like a massive like domino effect where everyone is starting to wake up. But like I said, not everyone is going to make it to heaven in this lifetime, right? Not everyone is going to make it there. A lot of people will be stuck on that 3D world, in the old world. Why? Because they still have a lot of more dense, lower vibrational energy that they have to work through. All of the pains, the traumas, the jealousies, the envies, the angers, the hatreds, right? That's why you see it everywhere in the 3D world, because people are learning to work through that. You see? But when you shed all of this, it's like a weight has been lifted, and now you are free to ascend dimensionally to the 5th dimension, or enter this age of Aquarius, or walk through these gates and enter heaven right now. As soon as you heal from that, because all of that stuff, it can't make it into heaven. It can't be taken with you there. It must be left behind. You must shed all of that old stuff from the old world in order to enter this new world, which is a beautiful place. Okay, I've got to cut this video short because I'm actually sitting outside of my place of employment. I've got to get in there, but I want to give you one example, one thing that you can expect to be different when you make it to this 5th dimension, when you make it to this new world, when you make it to where heaven is on earth. Things are going to be different. I'll give you one example, one of my favorite examples that I could tell you. So on old earth, I used to fish. And fishing takes place in a certain way. There's a certain way that you fish on old world. And the way you would do it is like a fishing pole with, a line on it with a bobber, a sinker, a hook with some bait. And you hook the fish in their mouth, and then you compete with the fish, and you fight the fish, and you reel them in. You pull them up to shore where you slaughter them, and then you cook the fish, and you eat the fish. And what you're doing is stealing the life force energy of that fish and taking it for yourself. You're using other living creatures to sustain your own life. And in heaven, or on new earth, this doesn't happen like this. Fishing still takes place, but it happens in a much different way. And I'll tell you how it happens. See, there are many beautiful bodies of water on new earth, and you can go anytime you would like, and you can fish, but fishing is different. What you do is you go sit in the shallow water, and you put your hands into the water, and you mentally and emotionally call the fish to you with a feeling of love, of compassion for the fish. And the fish come to you. They swim straight to you, and they want to nuzzle your legs. They want you to pet them, rub their belly, almost like a dog. They love you. If they could sing, they would be singing your praises, right? They unconditionally accept you. They're not afraid of you, and you're not afraid of them, and they know this, right? You can't help but to love the fish back in heaven, And this is the relationship that you have with all animals. It's true. Your mind will want to fight it and say, there's no way that could ever happen. But in the Bible, it says, with this end times prophecy and this new world, when it's talking about heaven on earth, it says, and the lion shall lay down with the lamb. There are no predators in the new world. There is no fear. Not even fear in animals, right? Human beings have a very unique, very special relationship with animals in the new world. It's very different. It's magical. It's beautiful. And I hope to see you there. I hope that you continue to free your mind. This is the reason why I made this channel. I don't promise you anything. I don't plan on delivering. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. One day it will click. You'll see this is how it happens. One day it will click, right? And you will just wake up. You will wake up and you will start to see everything is different in this world. One day you will wake up and begin to see the magic, the miracle, the mystery of life. Until next time, man, I hope you continue to free your mind.